guys, welcome back to ELIFE with Kate, where I share with you some of my highlights in the world of entertainment, either from the past week or the news that just broke. Okay, there is something interesting about entertainment news these days. It's no longer just about the music, the numbers, or the visuals. It's about power, pressure, record breaking, influence, and how artists choose to respond when the spotlight gets heavy. Now, this week alone, we have seen artists push back against online harassment, break global records, spark internet rumors, and quietly set the stage for major moments ahead. I'm going to be slowing things down, unpacking the why behind some of the headlines. Now, I will be kicking off with the 9th edition of the All African Music Awards, AFRIMA, that happened on the 11th of January 2026. It was an amazing experience. I was there. I was reporting for work, of course, but it was good. Some well-deserved wins, some controversies somewhere with regards to our Nigerian celebrities and how they don't necessarily appreciate our local award shows, basically, or support our local award shows. They would rather they have international recognitions. I think they would rather have these international recognitions than the local ones. Of course, big shout out to the people who were present, but because it's all African and it's our own, and I was expecting that I would get more of our Nigerian artists there, but it looked like the hall was filled with a whole lot of Ethiopians, Tunisians, Algerians, all of that. But to those who were there to support the award ceremony, either as a guest, as a nominee, as a performer, host, amazing. The event was good. I think it was good. Some of the people that won the award, I don't know them. I don't know some of them, but it was really good to see artists from Cameroon, from Tanzania, from Tunisia, from Morocco, from Ethiopia take award home. And of course, big shout out to Chella, who is the Africa's fan favorite. Big shout out to King Maddie, who is the most promising artist of the year, and Rema, Burna Boy, Juma Jukes, our in-law, and all of that. So yeah, it was a good one. And of course, the Golden Globes was amazing as well. One battle after another, and Adolescents had the most nods, and obviously it had the most wins as well. So it was really good to see. Big shout out to Tiana Taylor, well deserved first Golden Globes nomination and win. Amazing. Moving on to something more interesting, right? This one is about Funke Akindele, the box office queen. I feel like they need a plaque for her with regards to that one, and I'm going to be rolling out why I said that. Funke Akindele's movie Behind the Scenes has become the highest grossing release of all time, with over 2 billion. So now it has crossed the 2 billion mark. You know how she sets a record and she breaks it herself? That's what's happening right now. But this one, it choke, no cap. So 2,103,039,706 billion naira in the box office. So the Behind the Scenes movie has become Africa's highest grossing filmmaker of all time. Big shout out to Funke. Highest grossing writer of all time in Africa. First title in West Africa's history to cross 2 billion naira mark at the box office. Highest grossing Nollywood title of all time in Africa. Highest grossing director of all time in Africa. Highest grossing Hollywood title of all time in the UK and Ireland. Highest grossing producer of all time in Africa. Of all time in Africa. The first filmmaker to rank #1 at the box office in Africa for three consecutive years. That's amazing. So we're talking A Tribe Called Judah, we're talking Everybody Loves Jennifer, and then Behind the Scene. It's amazing to see. Of course, this one was of course posted by Film One Entertainment on Instagram. Fans, industry insiders, friends, colleagues, as well as posted some things. They have also posted some things to celebrate her win, because at the end of the day, it's a win for all of us. But no doubt, Funke Akindele put in all the work. Yes, everybody's saying the grace, of course, there is that factor as well, but she's put in the work. strategic marketing. She's intentional about the stuff that she's putting out there, and she has fans who support her. So I guess it's a good one then. So congratulations are in order for Funke Akindele, the highest grossing filmmaker of all time. Africa's highest grossing filmmaker of all time. Next up, I think she has to get into Hollywood now. We need her in Hollywood now. We really need her in Hollywood now. I think we're done with Hollywood. Just teasing. But of course, it would be nice to see her in a movie alongside people like Taraji P. Henson, Denzel Washington, maybe. You never know. These things can happen, right? Everything is possible. And she has put in the work, so I feel like she deserves it, right? Regardless of all the criticism surrounding this one. Because people have the questions, how are they really calculating these things? But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not here to talk about that one. Moving on, guys. This one is about Tiwa Savage, who has taken a strong step online against online harassment. For me, the story definitely goes beyond celebrity news. Tiwa recently took a very firm and public stance against online harassment and bullying, calling out the culture of abuse that often follows public figures, especially women, online. For years, she has been the subject of intense scrutiny. Her physical life, her personal life, her body, her motherhood, and her confidence. And while criticism comes with visibility, relevance, quote unquote, what Tiwa addressed was something deeper, and it's about how cruelty has been normalized as opinion. And her response was not loud or chaotic, it was deliberate. She made it clear that being a public figure does not mean forfeiting dignity, mental health, or basic respect. Now, why this matters is because online harassment is not harmless. It shapes narratives, it affects mental health, and creates unsafe spaces, not just for celebrities, but for everyday people watching from the sidelines. And I respect Tiwa Savage for drawing that line, setting that boundary, because silence has often been expected from artists, especially women, as a sign of strength. But sometimes strength is saying, this is not okay. And accountability does not mean abuse. And the internet needs to learn the difference. It's quite crazy. It is crazy. Just recently somebody posted about how single mothers cannot raise men, and she responded by saying that so are irresponsible men like you. Tiwa, the savage queen indeed. I think I like this new hair. I really do like it. Moving on, it's about Davido, who has confirmed the project with Chris Brown that is coming this year. Yes, and I feel like it's one of the longer anticipated or awaited collaborative projects with Chris Brown. And of course, there is no exact date yet, but confirmation alone has reignited excitement across fan bases. Yes, this is not their first collaboration, but a full project takes things to a higher level. It represents years of musical chemistry, global networking, and Afrobeat continuing to position itself confidently to the world stage. And for me, this project is not just about two big names. It reflects how African artists are now co-architects of global pop culture, not just guests on international records, right? I also think that the anticipation is justified. The expectations are high for a reason. A project like this has the potential to either be a moment or a movement. And I'm more interested in the intention behind it than the hype. Yeah, I believe that if it is well executed as usual, it could open more doors for African artists internationally. The expectations are high, but so is the potential as well. Because we need to look at the longevity of these things. How is it going to keep helping to open doors for our artists to get into the international market more and more than they already are? Yes, I guess that's it from me. But let me know what you think about that. Okay, now finally, guys, let's talk Bruno Mars, because this comeback is major league. Is major. So Bruno just released the video for I Just Might, which is the lead single from his upcoming album, The Romantic. And that in itself would be the news, but here's the big part. This is Bruno's first solo studio album in nearly a decade. His last solo project, 24K Magic, dropped back in the year 2016. That's But of course, Bruno announced publicly that his new album, The Romantic, is done and it is set to be released on the 27th of February 2026, which marks a major return for one of pop music's most beloved artists. And it's not just about the wait, it's about what's happened in that time. So it's going to be a whole lot because Bruno has stayed active through collaborative wins with Silk Sonic, Lady Gaga, Rosé, and more. But this will be his first solo full length in a decade. It's worthy of note because Bruno Mars is not just a hit maker, he's a pop culture institution. His albums have shaped trends, influenced dance floors, and blended vintage flair with, contemporary pop. So a new solo era from him is not just another release. It is a cultural event. Now, here is my take on this one. After 10 years, we're not just getting another album, we're witnessing the start of a new chapter, as far as I am concerned. Because when an artist with Bruno's legacy and catalog and track record drops new music, it's not just about nostalgia. It's about innovation meeting expectation. I am watching closely because this could define much of the music narrative or the solo era in the year 2026. So we will see how this pans out. February 27, we blast. Here is what the past week's stories told me or tells us. Music is not just about songs, it's about messages, it's about milestones, and of course, meaning. Artists are choosing when to speak, when to stand up, and when to come back stronger than ever. Now I want to hear from you. Which story hit you the hardest from the past week and a little bit of this week as well? Are you excited about Bruno's new album? And how do you feel about artists speaking up, speaking out against harassment? Make sure to drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to share, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. I'll see you on the next one on ELIFE with Kate. My name is Kate Adiego. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.